y'all. So this video is going to be a little bit spooky, I guess, if you think that stuff like this is spooky. I do not think that it's spooky, but some people might. So like a month and a half ago, my husband comes in the room and he watches the baby monitor at night. Usually because I can like take a shower and stuff, whatever. So he comes in and he's like, oh, look at the baby monitor. There's like these orbs flying around on it. And for the past couple of nights, there have been these orbs flying around. And I immediately saw it and I was like, oh yeah, that's a spirit. That's like 100%. That's like 100% a spirit. I did look it up online to see if this is like a common thing with baby monitors and are there orbs or like weird lights and stuff like that. You know, people are all over the place with it, obviously, because people are all over the place with like supernatural, paranormal, whatever you want to call it kind of stuff. I, as a child, used to see things. And it really, really scared me. So I kind of like asked the universe when I was a teenager to make it stop, like that I didn't want to see this kind of stuff anymore. Since then I've still had a couple of like weird experiences, but I haven't really like seen anything, but I've had a couple of weird experiences. So I kind of figured that like any child of mine would probably see things or be a little bit like, not like psychic, because I don't think I'm psychic, but like see, you know, things. Children, I think, have more of a tendency to see things anyways, because I feel like children are more in tune with other side, maybe because they, you know, they were just recently there. So it kept happening every single night. There were orbs and it was always in the same spot. So when you look it up online, people are like, oh, dust, you know, dust, it's definitely dust. So I tested it out, and for me on my baby monitor, dust looks completely different than this, and I also cleaned it off and tested it out to see if it was that, and I do not think that it's dust, but you guys can obviously judge for yourselves. It started happening now during his naps, so it was happening only at night, and now it's happening during his naps. There is no light source in the room. We actually have blackout curtains, and there's no like lights peeping through, and even if there was lights peeping through, I do not think that this is what it would look like. Also, it happens like at night in the complete darkness. I also want to mention that as soon as my husband showed me the orb for the first time, I immediately felt like it was a good energy and not a bad energy, and I felt like extremely happy. Like my heart felt happy because I felt like he was being watched over, and I felt like he was safe. I like to think that it's his big little sister, as we call her, Tila, our baby that passed away, kind of watching over him. But obviously it could be anyone. My son also, since he's been little, since he's like been able to laugh, has kind of like looked like he's like been laughing at nothing. Like he'll just look down the hallway and just like start cracking up at nothing. So from the beginning, we kind of felt like there was something around him. And now this kind of just like proves it to me, at least, and just makes me happy, I mean, obviously it could be anything, and obviously it could be something that science is gonna prove me wrong, that it's not what I think it is. But in my heart, the second I saw it, that's what I felt. So you guys take a look, be your own judge. Let me know what you think. So today I decided to kind of do an experiment to, I don't know, confirm or not confirm my suspicions that this orb is like a spirit. When my son woke up from his nap, obviously the orbs were there during his nap, and when my son woke up from his nap, I had my husband go in and like say hello to him to see if the orb was going to stay there. Because usually when he wakes up, I just shut off the monitor, I go in, blah, 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 blah. But I wanted to see if this orb was going to hang around. So my husband went in, he said, oh, good morning. Not good morning, but hi, love you, blah, blah, blah. And the orb like moved around. Well, you'll see the footage. So here's my husband going into the room, and I wanted to see if the orb stayed around. So as you can see, the orb did stay around. It kind of like moved around a little bit. It also moves around a little bit more like when my son wakes up. When he's sleeping, it kind of just hovers, and when he wakes up, it kind of like moves around a little bit more. And to me, it kind of looks like just like a person like moving. It doesn't like, it looks like an orb, like a circle, but the movements are kind of like as a human would be. I don't know. It's not like falling like a dust or something like that. Like it looks more calculated. So then next thing that I did was ask my husband to take my son out of the room, and I wanted to see if the orb stuck around or not. So here's that footage. Not there. It left. It's not weird, it's a spirit. It left because it's probably here right now on top of your head. So as you can see, the orb left. There was no more orb or dust or whatever you want to call it after my son left the room. To me, that just confirms my suspicions that whatever this spirit is just like going around with my son, and it's not just a piece of dust. So, I mean, to me, it feels pretty awesome that he has somebody watching over him, and like I feel blessed in that sense. Especially since it's a quarantine and it's like only been me and my husband. It's like, wow, actually, it's not only me and my husband. There's been somebody else here the whole time. Maybe it's been our daughter Tila the whole time watching over him, which like just warms a mommy's heart. So we just decided to just double check it right now and turn on his video camera while we're sitting here at dinner to see if there's any orbs. And there's no orbs. They only appear when Towns is there. Is there something you want to tell us? Is there something you want to say to your mama and tata? If you all have any experiences with orbs in your baby monitor or around your baby or anything like that, comment down below. I really want to hear about it because this stuff is super interesting to me, and I do believe that kids have a higher like psychic ability. So let me know, and thanks for watching. Bye.